Go.
Hi guys, Chris Santiago with MyMMAnews.com. Today we're joined by one half of the Fury FC main event here in Denver. We have JJ Okanovich. JJ, how's it going today?
It's going good, man. Just trying to survive out here in Denver.
How's the whole atmosphere over here, like in Denver? Like, are you exploring the Rocky Mountains? Like, what's the story around here?
I'm staying around town. I mean, everything's just kind of close within 20 minutes, so we are exploring a little bit, trying to just burn a little bit of time, acclimate to the air. It's cool out here, but you know, I'm a Cali boy, and I can't wait to go back to Cali.
Yeah, for sure. You know, you have a very special opportunity here. You know, Dana White's going to be watching cage side. What do you make of this unique opportunity?
Well, I fought from Dana before, you know, and it was on the Contender Series, and I got the W. I think I focused so much on impressing him that I threw everything out of the window, and I never got the finish. So this time I'm not really focusing on Dana. I'm coming here to take care of my business and what I got to do, and let's get the W. And if it's with fashion, nice, spectacular, doesn't matter to me, man. If it's boring, it really doesn't matter. I just want to get my W. That's all I care about now. Of course, I want to impress the boss, but the only thing I can control is getting these W's and just moving forward with that.
And you do have a big spotlight. You know, you were training for another main event. You made events earlier this year for the same promotion. What do you make of just being the headliner of this stacked card?
It really doesn't change anything. I like fighting first. You know, you get it over with, you get to go home, you get to enjoy everything else sooner. You know, coming up as an amateur, I had 14 amateur wins. I was the main event really early in my career, and so I'm pretty used to being the main event, and it sucks having to sit back there and wait. So we're just back at that right now, and it's just another fight. I still got to go out there and do what I got to do to get the W. So nothing really changes.
And you have Trey Oden in front of you for this fight on Sunday. What do you think of him as the opponent going forward? Like, what do you see?
At this level, like I tell all my coaches, you know, I respect him. He's a good fighter. Everybody who wants fighting at this level is a great fighter. You know, we all want the same thing. We're all hungry, right? We all want to eat. But to me, it's just another opponent. I got to do what I got to do. You know, I got to still show up, fight, put my hands on this guy, maybe wrestle him. I don't know. We'll see. You know, but I know I got to get the W, so it doesn't really matter.
And behind every great fighter lies a great team. Who's going to be in your corner for this one?
My coach Hector and Ron, they will be behind me in my corner. They've been with me for a while now, and yeah, man, I'm excited to put on a show for them too, because they put a lot of work in this with me too. So it's I know I'm getting the spotlight, but really I got to thank them because they're helping me every day to prepare for this. So they don't really get too much attention like I do, but that's my job to kind of put their name out there and kind of represent them as well too.
And you train out of AK, is that correct?
Yeah, kickboxing academy.
How did you find that great gym?
Luckily, I was born within 20 minutes away, you know, so I'm pretty blessed. I don't have to travel too far to train with the best guys in the world, so it kind of worked out in my favor.
Who were some of your main sparring partners for this fight camp?
Oh man, we got a lot of guys. So before my last fight, which was only 2 months ago, I helped Gabriel Benitez with his camp. So I sparred him a lot. He's a great southpaw. After I helped him with his camp, then all the Russians came into town, and I helped Usman from Magomedov. I sparred with Islam. I sparred with all those guys, right? So I've seen top level fighters for a long time now. After they were done with their camp, I did my camp, and I had a bunch of guys at our gym, Kyle Crutchmer, Kyle Driscoll. All these guys helped me, and these are top level wrestlers. I mean, these are great fighters too who are coming up. We got a lot of guys coming up at that gym. You know, it's the AKA takeover now. So I train with a lot of good guys.
And you know, going back to Trey Oden, you know, how do you see this fight playing out? Do you have a missing match prediction in your mind?
I really don't care. You know, I'm not going to predict this fight like Mystic Mac because he only has one style where he can win, so he has to predict in that fashion. I don't really have to predict in that fashion. I could, if this fight hits the ground, which not too many people, I think everybody forgot, I'm a grappler myself. My fight that I lost a couple fights ago, I was training out of my backyard. I didn't grapple, I didn't spar, I hit the bag, I hit past my coach, and I ran. You can't really get ready for a fight if you're running, right? So that's probably why I looked like shit in that fight. But lesson learned. Thank COVID, it kind of woke me up. It made me realize how I have to train for a fight. And that's why you saw the better version of me the fight after that, which was my last fight, the main event, like you were talking about. I came out and put on a show, and that was a real JJ. You know, so I stopped his wrestling. I put the hands on him. I even wrestled him a little bit. You know, so I'm pretty well-rounded. I come from a wrestling gym. I'm a grappler, striker, wrestler myself. So I'm ready for whatever.
And this isn't your first fight fighting in front of the UFC boss, and you know, this time around you're going to focus more on yourself than the opinions of the UFC president. But you know, if you get like a finish, emphatic finish, and he hands you a contract at the end of the night, like what would be going through your mind, and what would it mean to you to reach that higher echelon of MMA?
Yeah, I mean, I'd lie to you if it didn't run through my mind. It obviously ran through my mind. What's the ultimate goal that all of us fighters are trying to pursue is that contract. I just try not to put that pressure that I do. But if that happens, you know, then it's obviously a dream come true and what I'm working towards. So if that happens, then everything came to reality, and that's what I'm working towards. So I'm trying to make all my dreams come to reality right now with my hard work.
And you know, in the UFC lightweight division, is there any dream fights that you see down the line in a couple of years?
I mean, these guys that in the lightweight division in the UFC, they just got their shot. You know, they're not better than Trey Oden or myself. They just got the shot, and they are in the UFC. We are getting our shot, right? We have to work towards our shot. So these guys aren't better than me. I know I can make a run in that division. I just need my chance. And come tomorrow night or Sunday night, finally get my chance to put on a show in front of Dana and showcase the skill that I have. I'm much improved from 2019 since the last time I fought. I'm not the same fighter. Right? I'm way different. And my style is different from when I first started to now. I mean, I'm a completely different fighter. So I'm excited as much as everybody else who's watching because I've got a different style, and I put so much work in with my style and everything I've done this past couple of years that I'm excited. I can't wait to see what I can showcase.
And you know, in this showcase in front of Denver fans, you know, they're all going to be in the blast radius of the Bosnian Bomber. What can fans expect to see from you this Sunday?
It's always exciting, I think, when I fight. I try to put the pressure on all the time, and I come out there and fight. I don't sit there and try to play patty cake with anybody. You know, they call me the Bosnian Bomber for a reason. And it's actually a correction. I'm not going by the Bosnian anymore. I'm actually just going by the Bomber. J Bomber has been my nickname for a while now. So the Bomber is planning on throwing some bombs. Nothing new. So.
And where can the fans find you on social media?
J Bomber is my Instagram handle, JAY Bomber, and then my Twitter is JBomber155.
Awesome. Thanks, Jay.
Awesome.
Appreciate it.